Welcome to Ty's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is March the 14th, 2026. We're going to be talking about Friday Night Smackdown. Ooh, we got a whole bunch of random Twitters here for 2K26 because it's launch day. There's a referee is happy because he's in the game. We got a giveaway that 2K is doing. Rely the rivalry. They're giving away WWE 2K26, the Monday Night War edition. Wow. I don't know I'm doing this, but I'm doing this. Matt Cardona just got scanned for 2K26. Can't wait to get him in the game. Danhausen is telling us that he's going to be in the game. We got Penta play as me and bring the fight to the ring. Zero Miro. What else we have here? We got Up, Down, Down. The Holy Grail with Paul Heyman. Stray's Style. They're giving outside plates of CM Punk. Custom ones. Pretty cool. Make your championship. They got more side plates for, I think that's AJ Lee. Well, they're giving out a lot of things. They showed us pictures of Psycho Clown. Never played as Psycho Clown yet. They're giving away an Attitude Era copy. We got a picture of Blake Moreau in the game. They didn't play as her yet. And we got the show never stops. Be the best in the world and dive into the world of 2K26 with a new CM SE. I don't know what that means. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's that with the Twitter from 2K. I think everybody got it if you're followed with 2K and all the stuff that are giving away. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a whole bunch of things to talk about for Friday Night Smackdown because we got a contract signing. We got a Miz TV with Jelly Roll. And ladies and gentlemen, random thing happening with Drew McIntyre. Before we get to this, I felt stupid here, okay, guys? I felt stupid. Because I was making my WCW Thunder in 2K26, right? Because they have it in there. But when I was editing the nameplates, the background one on the loading screen, they didn't have WCW Thunder. But I hit this button here twice, and there is a title that says download content or items, and there they are because it's DLCs, and I did not know about that. A lot of people are complaining that, oh, you can't play WrestleMania 27 in Universe Mode. I figure out why we couldn't. That arena has a short ramp, so you can't have an ambulance match. So you get, some reason, when you make a show, they have a whole bunch of main events, and they have ambulance match, and there's a whole bunch of arenas that you can't do an ambulance match, so it will take you to all the arenas that you could have an ambulance match. So that's why you couldn't find WrestleMania 27 because you have an ambulance match. If you took that out of your main event section, out of the Universe Mode, that's because of that. I tried to find Hell in a Cell TBD because I got all My Rise ones. I'm trying to do AAA and use those ones as pay-per-views for AAA, but I couldn't find them, but now I could because the stupid ambulance was in the way. Ugh. And ladies and gentlemen, I made my Evolve because they had everything for Evolve. They got the nameplates. The only thing they don't have is the championship and logo. You can't put the arena logo. You can't put a logo on there. So I use FCW. So I'm waiting if next DLC in April we get Evolve Arena and maybe championships. At least I got my arena ready. At least I got my roster ready. I got a whole bunch of people from Raw, SmackDown, My Rise guys, even AAA guys. So yeah, I felt stupid because I remember they'd done these things a couple of times. But last year they didn't have a DLC with arenas. Arenas never came with the DLC. Even when you pre-order, I think you got the Y6? Was it the Y6 when you got pre-ordered? I forgot. No, it was a Nation Domination. You never got arena whippets. But now in this one, you get arenas. And I totally forgot about it. I forgot that they have that category. You have the main category, the WWE events, and then you have the download ones. So I did not know about that. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get talking about Friday Night SmackDown. I'm enjoying 2K26. I've been waiting to download people because not a lot of people made some good ones. I saw a good Sting. I will download a Sting. I saw a good WCW superstars. But I couldn't find the system. Because I got a whole bunch of TNA guys, and I'm hoping I can find some TNA guys. I'm going to look around in the communications. I got a list of people I want to get that I had in 2K25 and try to put them in here in my 2K26 and see if I could find some. That's what I'm hoping I could do. Because I need some WCW guys, I need some WWE guys, old school guys, AAA guys. I need a whole bunch of people. But yeah. But I can't wait for the DLCs. I can't wait for them. I know we have to wait for them. April is almost here. I don't even know what the date anymore is. I think I said 14, right? Yes, it's the 14th. April's coming up soon. So I can't wait to have that happen. But ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Friday Night SmackDown. We got the contract. I will tell you guys that at the end because a lot of big surprise happened. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a Miz TV. Before Miz did this Miz TV, he talked to Danhausen again because he still wants to be mentored by the Miz. He gave him one of his shirts, and Miz is not happy because he doesn't have a shirt. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Miz says, I'm still not going to mentor you. And Danhausen cursed Miz again. He says there's only one way to stop the curse. And I guess is to do what he says. And Miz won't listen. So Miz did the Miz TV. He was doing his intro. And then look, the mic cut out. He had to get a new mic. And then he called out Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll comes out. And then Miz asked him a question. And then Jelly Roll said a whole bunch of things. And then Miz says, you should have a mentor. If you want to wrestle more, you should have a mentor, and that mentor should be me. All you have to do is say yes. And Jelly Roll said no. Because Jelly Roll knows that every time Miz gets a partner, he backstabs them. And Miz was taking the credits of Jelly Roll losing weight. But Jelly Roll says no, I did all this. I did all the pain, the running, all of it. And then he got a face-to-face with Miz. And then Kit Wilson comes out. And then he had a whole bunch of random things to say and call him toxic. And then Kit Wilson shoves Jelly Roll. And Miz is trying to stop Kit Wilson. And then Kit Wilson, Jelly Roll was about to punch Kit Wilson in the face. He ducks and he hits Miz. Miz, you're cursed. So yeah, that happened there. Ladies and gentlemen, we saw Nick Aldis looking at the contract between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. And then, out of nowhere, we heard Drew McIntyre yelling for Nick Aldis. Because he wants Nick Aldis to fix this. Because he got screwed of the championship. I just spit. He got screwed of the championship and he wants his title back. Nick Aldis came out and he says there's nothing to fix. Because you lost fair and square. Drew is pissed off and Drew is blaming everybody. He's blaming referees. He's blaming the fans. He's blaming Nick Aldis. But the man that he should blame, Jacob Fatu, comes out and he says you shouldn't blame anyone else. No Nick. Don't blame Nick. Don't blame the fans. Don't blame the referee. He says, I'm the one that cost you your title. And he says that, and he says, I got rid of the problem last week, and he's happy about it. And he says, what are you going to do about it that I did that? And Drew McIntyre says he's done with everything, done with the fans, with Nick Aldis, with Jacob Fatu, and he told Nick Aldis that he quits. He quits, and he walks away. Why would he quit, man? What the hell was that all about? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have Uncle Howdy and Eric Rowan versus Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga, and Mr. Solo told Tama Tonga to hold the lantern and make sure the Wyatt Six doesn't get that lantern back. Because that's the only thing that they could keep them down. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent tag team match. There was a lot of things happening. Wyatt Six attacking each other. Not attacking each other, but attacking the MFTs. But Nikki Cross got the lantern back and made Solo get distracted. And got Sister Abigail by Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy and Eric Rowan won the match, and it looked like that the Wyatt Six got the lantern back. Uncle Howdy got it in his hands. We thought he had it back until Tama Tonga comes out and attacks Uncle Howdy and takes the lantern back. Oh yeah. Well, we have Jay Cargill versus Michin. The winner of that match was Jay Cargill. It was pretty decent, but Jay Cargill gets the win. Ladies and gentlemen, and then she says she's not scared of Rhea Ripley. She said, everybody's telling me to be scared of Rhea Ripley. She says she's not. And then Rhea Ripley came out and is trying to tell her to fight her because you're saying all this crap and you're running away. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Nia Jax and Lash Legend versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss for the Women's Tag Team Championships. The Bella Twins comes out and saying whoever wins this match, we're next in line of the tag team titles. It was a pretty decent tag team match, but out of nowhere, Charlotte Flair kicks Nikki Bella in the head because Nia Jax pulls Nikki Bella in front of her and gets kicked. And Nia Jax knocks out Brie Bella. It looked like Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair was about to win the match until Brie Bella comes out and attacks Nia Jax and turns into a disqualification. And then, ladies and gentlemen, a whole bunch of people just got knocked out by Lash Legend and Nia Jax. And we heard that next week it will be the Bella Twins versus Nia Jax and Lash Legend for the women's tag team titles. We know what's going to happen there. And we heard that Kit Wilson will call out Jelly Roll on Friday Night SmackDown next week. So, yeah, that's going to be crazy, man. We still saw Alex Shelley trying to help Candice with Johnny Gargano and all that stuff. So, yeah. And then Chris Sabin is questioning Mr. Alex Shelley with his tag team. And he says, I got us a match against Fraxium next week. We have R-Truth and Damian Priest. R-Truth still doesn't know who he's facing. He's facing the MFTs for the tag team titles, and he still doesn't know who he's facing. Damian Priest is trying his best to be serious, but it's hard with R-Truth. We got R-Truth and Damian Priest versus Los Garza. Pretty decent tag team match. R-Truth was doing a great job. But the winner of that match was R-Truth and Damian Priest. And then our main, we got Tiffany Stratton versus Kiana James. Tiffany Stratton wants a shot at the Women's United States Championship, but Chelsea Green got involved. And, ladies and gentlemen, Julia got involved. Everybody got involved, but Miss Julia got kicked off of the apron and landed on Chelsea Green in elbow fire. Tiffany Stratton gets the win, and will she get a shot at the United States title at WrestleMania? Our main event will be Jacob Fatu against Trick Williams, because the man likes to open his big mouth talking about respect and all that stuff. And Jacob Fatu can't have a match with Drew McIntyre because he quit. So he wants to play Trick Williams. And that's what Nick Aldis gave Trick Williams. Because Trick Williams told Nick, do your job. He's doing his job and putting him in the match against Jacob Fatu, because that's, you want to get in his face. There you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match. But the winner of that match was Trick Williams, because of the help of the man that quits, Drew McIntyre. He wasn't done there. He did a Claymore onto Jacob Fatu. And then we heard that Nick Aldis says that Jacob Fatu will be versus Drew McIntyre next week. Is he back? I have no idea. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we had our contract signing between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Cody Rhodes has a lot of respect for Randy Orton. He signed the contract. But Randy Orton hesitated because he's friends. They're best friends. But Cody Rhodes wants the old Randy Orton at WrestleMania. He wants the Randy Orton that will do whatever it takes to win. But he says, after the bell, when the match is over, we're still best friends. And then he starts telling Randy Orton to sign the contract. He signed it, and then he attacks Cody Rhodes, and then did a low blow. Randy was destroying Mr. Cody Rhodes, throws him outside the ring, smacks him with the steel steps. Cody's busted open. But at the end, we saw Randy Orton put Cody Rhodes on the announce table. He grabs the bigger steel steps, the bottom steps, and lays it on the table. Well, on the side of the table, and puts Cody Rhodes' head in between those stairs. And it looked like he's leaving. Because he shoved Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll's trying to stop him. He shoves him. He shoves Nick Aldis as well. Before this whole freaking thing with the stairs. So Cody was bleeding so much inside of the steel steps. And then Randy comes back with a chair and smashes his head in between those stairs onto Cody Rhodes. And then he sits on the chair and wraps the WWE title around his waist and just sits there. My God, Randy just destroyed Cody Rhodes. He needs Cody Rhodes to make it to WrestleMania. What happens if he doesn't make it? Because Cody was busted open. He was dripping all over the announce table. Everybody wants to know what he's doing. Even Wade Barrett, man, he's saying, what are you doing, Randy? Joe was doing the same thing. Oh my goodness. It was bloody, guys. You should go see it again. See it if you didn't see it, but it was bloody. I feel sorry for Cody Rhodes, because every time he has a WrestleMania match against a babyface, a top babyface, that babyface turns heel, like John Cena. Now Randy Orton. Oh, man. Every time he has a match with a babyface at WrestleMania. The last two. These two WrestleManias turn into a nightmare for Cody Rhodes. But will this be the same thing as with John Cena? He turned heel and then he won the title. Randy Orton turned heel. Will he win the title? I have no idea. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Before we get there, ladies and gentlemen, we heard that TNA signed Candice Michelle to a behind-the-scenes position. So I guess she's like a producer, and she signed her contract today, and now she's part of TNA as one of the producers, or whatever she's doing in behind the scenes. And that's pretty cool for TNA. We will see what else happens in TNA. I'm hoping that next week my AMC will work this time, and I could watch TNA and give you guys a better results video. But that's all me today. Tell yourself, like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and I will see you guys tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Monday for AEW's Revolution results, because that's on Sunday, not Saturday. We don't have anything on Saturday. I don't think WWE has anything. Or TNA. When is Sacrifice? I can't even watch Sacrifice. That's on TNA Plus. I don't have TNA Plus. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys on Monday for Sunday night's AEW Revolution. That's going to take forever. It's going to take forever. Because it's going to be like 4 or 5 hours long. I know that for sure. I went to a pay-per-view live, and it was like 5 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, I might be going to another wrestling event that's happening in April. Another Destiny Wrestling. So yeah, I can't wait. I will tell you guys if I'm going when I get the tickets. Because I still don't know if we're going yet. My dad wants to go. He says if I want to go, I said yes. But yeah, we need to see if we get the tickets first. But that's something today. Time is up. Bye.